Such a relief. I haven't posted a video on this channel for almost a year. Had a baby in the summers, hence the pause. So I'm so happy that I turned on the camera and there are already a few of you here. So I'm not gonna be talking to just empty screen. Hi, have you been following me for long? Just let's see who is here. Just say hi if you know who I am. If not, I'm gonna do a brief introduction in a few minutes when we officially start the stream, because it's still a few minutes till 7. I just started because I'm already ready and I see that you're here, so I decided not to wait. My cat decided to join me at first, but then she decided to bail on me. Hi Hazem, how are you doing? Hope everyone is well. Okay, so, wow, I'm nervous. It's been a while, a year since I posted a video and even more since I've done a live. So I will start with a brief introduction. If you're here, then you maybe know me. If not, my name is Oksana Bratishkina. I run an international hospitality recruitment company called The Work. Hi, Tom. Tom is my little baby, so hope you can learn some English and I will not do too many mistakes. I run a hospitality recruitment company. We basically source candidates and work with candidates from all over the world. We have candidates from Latin America, from Africa, from Europe, obviously, because we are like headquarters of the work is located in Ukraine, in Kiev, but we have also a company in Dubai, and we have also candidates from Africa, from Asia, pretty much anywhere where people are looking to relocate and to elevate their career. We are working with those talents. And in terms of clients, we are working mostly with top level, I would say, employers in the Middle East. It's 5-star hotels and like fine dining or big hospitality groups that have multiple outlets, multiple brands in their portfolio. Just to name a few companies that we are working with, so you understand the level. We work with Jumeirah, we work with hotels like Four Seasons, 5 hotels, Kempinski hotels, those are all international brands. Paramount Hotel, we work with Sunset Hospitality, we work with Tasha's Group. If you're on the market, if you've been to Dubai, you probably heard those names. Those are just a few of our clients. I'm saying that just to give you an idea of the companies we work with, so you can understand what to expect when you apply with our company. We cannot disclose the name of most of our employers before you're shortlisted for an interview. So this is for you just to have an idea what kind of brands you can be working with if you are selected through our company. Hello guys. So I see that there are a little bit more of us. So I think we can start. I'm a big believer that time is the most valuable asset we have. And since I got the baby, I've been proven right, because it's always not enough. So I will not be going into a lot of details about nothing. So I will just try to be efficient and quick and precise and give you all the necessary information and answer all the questions. And I am aiming to be done in 30 minutes, but let's see how it goes. So today I just wanted to catch up with anyone who's been following this channel, or anyone who's new, or anyone from other platforms who maybe will join me later on, and go through the projects that we are working on right now and review all the positions that are available and that you can apply for. We will go through the salaries, through the terms of employment. We will go through the requirements, if there are any specific things that needs to be mentioned for each specific project, I will do that. And then we will do a quick Q&A in the end. So if you have questions, please feel free to hold them till the end of the live, so I can find them in chat, and we will go through them once we are at that stage. I already see there some questions. In UK, no, we don't work with Europe. This is also kind of a question that I get a lot. We are working with Gulf hospitality sphere exclusively. This is our specialty. This is what we do best, and this is what we stick to. So if you're looking to relocate anywhere to Gulf, the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Bahrain, Oman, Kuwait, and of course Saudi Arabia, this is where you can find currently available opportunities. You can join our, I will go actually through the process of applying and how it works also after we discuss the positions. So agenda for today, basically to go through a few projects that are most urgent at the moment and through the positions we have. And then have a Q&A and maybe to answer a few questions, because I know that there are a few questions that we received through Instagram and through LinkedIn. I will stop on those in the end of the live. Okay, so hello everyone. If you don't mind, I would appreciate if you could just write where you're from. Yes, we have positions in UAE, and actually, I think all the positions that I'll be talking today will be in the UAE. Yeah, it's weird though, because for a long time, a majority of the positions were in Saudi, and for some reason it switched in the last months. So, but it doesn't mean then tomorrow it's not gonna switch back, because we always get new openings from our current or new clients. So it's kind of unpredictable. From Tunisia. Hi. Not sure how to read that message, but Colombia, Tunisia. Hi guys. Wow, Colombia. I'm so happy, guys. This is one of the things I love about my job, because you can like talk to people from Ghana, from Ethiopia. Like in a matter of hours, when we do interview, we can meet people from all over the world, and this is mind-blowing. What if my English is not enough? Okay. Do you love Ukrainian? I am not sure how to respond to that, but I love everything that is Ukrainian, I would say that. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, guys. Okay, I see that like we are 5 minutes in. I guess if anyone joins later on, I will try to save this video so you can review that from the beginning. But now let's not waste more time and dive into the projects that we have to review today. Cuba, wow, nice. I will go through the chat and I will answer all the questions in the end. So first project that I wanted to start with, it's a French patisserie. It's an elevated cafe brand from France. Also a quick disclaimer or like side note for everyone to understand. We do not charge candidates, so there are no fees for candidates, because also something that we get asked a lot. I know that some companies charge candidates, but actually this is, in my opinion, kind of illegal, because we provide services to the employers. We are looking for candidates, we shortlist, we pre-screen candidates for certain positions, and this is why we are getting paid by the companies, not the candidates. This is the first thing. And second thing also that is asked a lot, whether we are working with all nationalities. Yes, we do. We don't have any limitations. There are, however, some positions for which clients consider a specific nationality or do not consider a specific nationality due to restrictions or due to the fact that their team already has specific nationalities, they need some like diversity. So this I will also mention while I will be talking about opportunities that we have right now. Okay. So let's dive in. The French patisserie that we have, I just remembered what other side note I wanted to mention. The project that I will be discussing today, it's except for one, all of our clients that we already have candidates working for them. So we kind of can vouch for their like trustworthiness, if I can say so. So we know that candidates who already moved to them, that already started working with those companies, so we understand that they are paying in time, that they have a good management, and people who joined are happy and like everything's working out. So this is for all the six projects that I'm gonna be talking about today. Okay, now let's get back. So French patisserie. This is a French brand. They are world known, I guess. Dubai, world known, and they're fast growing. They have opened a few venues already in Dubai. They're opening new venues in Saudi. We don't have positions in Saudi at the moment, but we will a little bit later on. And now we are hiring for both outlets in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. They are looking mostly for waitresses. So guys, I'm sorry, but for this project, they're looking for a female. I know that this is not tolerant, but in my opinion, it's probably saves you more time if we are upfront about what the client is looking for. So you don't apply for positions if there is no future. I am all about harsh truths. I know that sometimes it may seem unfair, but the companies we work with mostly have mixed teams, and in Dubai and in Saudi, all the companies try to like have a diversity of nationalities in their team. So it's not really fair to say that they are discriminating one or another nationality, but sometimes they're looking just for a specific one to complete their team. So this is why it may seem like kind of unfairness, but usually it's not. So for this project, they're looking for Russian or Spanish speakers, and well, English is a must, of course. The salary for the project is up to 5,000 dirhams. They do not provide accommodation, but they have a very nice and strong incentive and bonus system. So they have like 4 or 5 different types of bonuses that you can work that you can earn throughout the months to uplift your salary, plus of course the tips. And to make the transition for anyone who is not in Dubai or Abu Dhabi or in the UAE in general easier, they do book you a hotel for the first month, so you don't have to pay anything upfront. They will buy you a ticket, and they will cover half of that hotel. The other half will be deducted throughout the first 3 paychecks, so it's not a big amount at once. Will be just a slight amount deducted from first 3 salaries to cover that first initial months. And then, as they are hiring quite a few people, you can collaborate with your coworkers that you will be joining with and find the place that you are most satisfied with, that will be closer to job maybe, or like will meet all your requirements to accommodation. This is actually another question that we get a lot about accommodation, because lately I see that a lot of employers don't provide accommodation and rather substitute that with housing allowance and transportation allowance, which means that they don't provide accommodation, but on top of the basic salary, they give you an allowance for accommodation. And we will talk about that, how it works, how much it costs in the end in our Q&A, because I know that this has been asked a lot lately, and I guess it's worth to stop on that. So for this project, if you're a waitress, Russian or Spanish speaking, if you are in Dubai specifically, they are hiring like immediately. So you can apply and get feedback and get a job within a week. If you are outside the UAE, pretty much the same project, the same process. They have 2 rounds of interviews, but if you're successful, as soon as documents ready, they are aiming to bring on board all of their new team members by April, and we already hired a few girls who joined, and they still have, I guess, between 5 and 10 positions available. And as they are fast growing, I think we will be working on this project throughout next months after Ramadan as well. So if you're interested and not shortlisted at the moment, maybe you can reapply a little bit later. So this is project number 1, and I personally met with their HR director. She's a lovely lady, and it's always nice to like truly don't like openly say that you like the management of the company, because in my personal experience, I see that often big companies, huge companies, may seem great on the outside, but when you start working with them, there are some things that could be better, especially when it comes to candidates turnover. And like we know that a lot of candidates leave and they hire all the time. So that is rare, and this is companies we try to stick with, where we understand that companies are interested not just in like hiring an extra pair of hands, but they are looking actually for team members that gonna stay with their team, and they're caring about their staff, like truly caring. And this is one of those companies, and all the candidates that joined can also testify that this is true. Okay, another brand, this is actually a new one that we're working with, but from the beginning of cooperation, I see that they are very active, aggressive, and very organized. It's a multi-brand hospitality group. The positions open now are in Dubai, but actually we got in touch with them through Saudi branch, and then the Saudi branch recommended us to the Dubai branch. Always nice to be recommended. And now we are working with Dubai branch, and they actually have also brands in other Gulf countries. They have 6, 7 or 8, I guess 8 is a new one. 8 brands of fine dining, casual dining, and high-end restaurants across all Middle East. They have very strong presence. And now they are hiring about 30 positions. So if you are new to the industry, if you're new to Dubai or to Gulf countries in general, this is a good chance, because they are a little bit less, well, I wouldn't say picky, but they have a little bit lower standards in terms of experience you have to have. So if you have at least like a year experience in your home country, you already qualify to try to apply and pass interview with them. So they have now open positions. I have here a prompt because I cannot remember everything. They are looking for team leaders, head waiters, supervisors, assistant restaurant managers, and restaurant managers. The salaries that I will be mentioning now are also a total package, so they don't provide accommodation, but the salary I will mention include housing and transportation allowance. So for team leaders, it's up to $1,100. For head waiters, it's $1,000. For supervisors, $1,600. I'm saying roughly because don't it just be easier. For assistant restaurant manager, it's up to $2,500-$600, and for restaurant manager, I have it in dirham, it's up to 15,000 dirhams. The salaries are not super high, I would say it's average, but the nice thing about working for a big company with multiple outlets is that if you prove yourself, you have such more opportunities for growth, because those companies usually grow fast, and it's always easier to go and promote people who is already working for you than hire new people who doesn't know your company, your values, your principles. And in this case, you have more options. Plus, of course, you will have a service charge and tips that will also add to your salary. Next on, and this is also one of the clients we've been working with for probably, okay, we are 9 years old this year at the work, and I guess, well, at least for 5 years we've been working with this company. It's a 5-star hotel. They are now opening a fine dining restaurant, Italian fine dining, and they're looking for multiple roles. The opening is planned in May, but most of the beginning of June maybe, but most of the team will be joining within April. So this is the timeline for you to understand. Coincidentally, they also do not provide accommodation, but the salaries I will mention, it's a basic. So allowance for accommodation will be on top of what I'm mentioning. The salaries here are higher than in previous projects, but also the requirements here are way higher. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention for the previous multi-brand opening where we're hiring up to 30 candidates, all nationalities apply besides the experience. Yes, experience 1 year, all nationalities. English is a must for all projects, and then at the level of the English, the higher the, let's say, level of the establishment, the higher will be the level of English that they require. But if you're speaking intermediate and above, you should be good. So getting back to this new fine dining Italian restaurant, we're hiring bartenders, basic salary 4. Okay, I'm trying to find the way to speak faster about the salary. So bartender in dirhams, 4,500, hostess 4,500, and this is basic. Waiters, head waiters, I'm sorry, 5,500, waiters 4,000, food runner 2,000. Supervisor is 7,000 dirhams, and assistant restaurant manager 9,000 dirhams. This is basic salary. On top of that, there will be a housing allowance and transportation allowance. Plus, as it's a fine dining, they are gonna have quite high tips, and obviously service charge also will add to that. This project, even though it's pre-opening, they already actively hiring and actively doing interviews. Pretty much we submit a batch of profiles and they reply the next day and schedule interviews the next day. So you can really go pretty fast from applying to getting a job offer. They have 2 rounds of interviews. So first you will go through the interview with one manager and then with another. No, it's duty meals are provided, yes, for this project as well. And for previous project they are provided, and for the French pastry, I have to check that. You can remind me in Telegram or here in comments afterwards. I will check and reply for that. For this project, yes, the duty meals are provided. Next one I wanted to stop on, it's an ultra luxury resort in Dubai. It's also a pre-opening, but they already hired most of their staff. They have just a few positions left. One of the most organized clients we worked with ever. Very pleasant team, very specific requirements when it comes to personality, because they're looking for certain team members that will give that specific vibe that they're looking for. As it's like ultra luxury, I guess there is no higher level than this one. They are very picky when it comes to candidates. Not even, as I mentioned, not even in terms of experience. For some positions, yes, but for like lower positions, not so much. But they are looking for certain personalities. Here, all positions, all nationalities also apply for this and for previous one. I keep forgetting to mention requirements. So for pre-opening of Italian fine dining, all nationalities apply, but here we have higher requirements in terms of experience. So preferably you already have experience in fine dining, and most preferably in Gulf countries. If you're also in the UAE, you can apply. If you're overseas, also can apply. Company provides work visa, work visa, work visa, medical insurance, and joining returning tickets. So everything, meals are also provided on duty. For the next one, for the big pre-opening with very particular requirements, it's a hotel. They have about 20 outlets in the hotel, so they have like little bars and full-scale fine dining restaurants where you're going to be assigned. It depends on operation needs and what they have among the positions left. As I mentioned, it's also a pre-opening, but majority of the staff already joined. They have a few more positions as F&B team leaders, hostess. I didn't write it down here, but I guess they still have assistant restaurant manager positions and a few positions for head bartenders. So those are positions open. The salary range here, they have a range, and it depends on interview and your experience and how you performed during the interview, what exactly they will offer. But from our experience, they pretty much offer on their offers are on the higher end of the spectrum. So for F&B team leaders, hostess, and bartenders, it will be between 2,975, roughly 3,000 dirhams, and 4.5 thousand dirham. Plus, they have a service charge, which is on average another 1,400, so 1,400 dirhams. They have language allowance for Arabic, Russian, Spanish, German, Italian, French, Japanese, or Mandarin, 300 dirhams, and of course, tips. Tips will depend on the outlet you're working on. But again, it's a very high-end brand, so I guess tips will be substantial everywhere in any outlet. So for this project, requirements are, as I mentioned, more on the personality side. They are for team leaders only. They are looking for somebody who worked in fast-paced environments, who worked with world-known brands. I would say like Zuma, Flamingo Room, Koya, any big name that you've heard on in Middle East, that would do. Middle East experience also is pretty much a must. I guess they could consider people with less experience from other countries, but again, it should be an international brand that is well known. So if you worked somewhere like that, you can apply. For hostess position, they're looking for very quick thinkers who can, again, manage high volume environments and who worked preferably with 7 rooms and know how to handle very busy places. This is for hostess. Presentable appearance, English. Again, this is a hotel, so they are more conservative with their requirements, but for this project the package is very attractive. The basic salary, the service charge, and on top of everything of that, they do provide accommodation, and it's a new one. It's very nice, well furnished. Pretty much they have very nice learning program. They have calendar of events, not only for learning but also for like entertainment and engagement. They do invest a lot in their team, in terms of knowledge and building up careers with the company. So if you're looking to develop your career, not just go and leave and like make an extra bag, but if you're actually looking to work in hospitality and build up your CV, this is an amazing place to work in. But again, the requirements here also will be a little bit higher than average. Another project I want to stop in, and actually this one will be the last one for today. I'm already at 30 minutes. I didn't make it in 30, but we'll do a Q&A and I will let everyone go. Another one, it's a 5-star hotel. It's a prestigious brand. They are now looking for hostess and waitresses. The salaries here are a little bit less, but again, they provide full package. So they provide 3 meals per day. They provide accommodation, transportation, medical insurance, joining and returning tickets, work visa, and everything. If you're in Dubai, you can also apply. If you're outside Dubai, also can apply. For all the positions, except for the first one in the French cafe, it's preferably if you're in Dubai, but not necessarily. For the other ones, doesn't matter where you are. So this 5-star hotel, as I mentioned, they're looking for hostesses, and it's not like hostess, it's called like a guest relation executive, but it's an F&B position, so it's a position in a restaurant. It has a little bit more extensive responsibilities than a hostess, but basically it's a person who handles the guests and the reservations. The salary there will be 2,000 dirhams plus service charge, which is on average about 1,000 dirhams. So we have probably 3,000 minimum that you will be getting per month, plus tips. For waitress position, the salaries are on the lower side a little bit, but again, for hotels in Dubai, I guess this is pretty much average. They have 1,300 dirhams basic, plus again service charge around the $1,000. Nice typo. What is a typo when you say it? Okay, 1,000 dirhams, of course, service charge plus tips, and everything is provided. In terms of nationalities, for waitress, any nationality. For hostess, actually they do prefer some nationalities, but there are a lot of them, so you can apply. They are looking for Russian speaking. For candidates from Latin America are welcome, because they don't have anyone from that regions. Any nationality from there could apply. They also are considering nationalities, from what I remember, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Armenia, Georgia, Ukraine. They do have. Also, leave a comment if you're interested. I will list the full list of nationalities they're most interested in. But again, this is not a set in stone requirement, because they're mostly looking for a great talent. So if a great talent presented from other nationalities, even if they already have them, they are still considering and doing interviews and hiring. Okay. I guess this would be the five, 5 most urgent projects that are hiring right now, and that if you apply for, you probably will get a feedback and an offer within a week or 2 maximum. We have some other positions, but they are not as urgent, and the process there is going more slowly. As Ramadan is coming up, I wouldn't recommend concentrating on those at as of now, but for now those 5 projects are most priority, and you can apply right now. Any countries or of LA? All countries of LA? I'm not sure what you mean. Okay, guys, and now let's move on to the questions. I will go briefly through what you have here in chat. This is a nice question, actually. Hello, Oksana. I applied for this position a few weeks ago and received an invitation for an interview, but I was really nervous at the moment. Do you think it would be a good idea to apply again or not? Okay, first of all, I understand 100% being nervous at the interview. This is why it's nice to practice. First of all, maybe with somebody who you know, and second, with us. This is why when you apply through recruitment agency, you have like this extra step where you can get a feedback on your interview skills as well. In terms of applying for the same positions, for the same position again, I don't recommend it. Not through our company, not even through if you apply directly to the employer, because HR managers are trained to see beyond your nervousness, and it may be the defining factor sometimes, but most times it's just not why you're not shortlisted, because there should be another reason why they didn't go with your application. So if you are not shortlisted for the position, only if you are dreaming about this job, I don't know, and you're sure that this is exactly what you need, you can try to reach out to HR manager and try to ask to do the interview again. But again, this most likely, the nervousness is not why you're not shortlisted. If a company is interested in a candidate during the interview, they will do their best to get to know you and to get the answers to the questions that are important for them for this position. So the practice will make it easier to go through the interviews, but I don't think that you need to apply again for the same position. Do hostesses do cashiering? It depends on the restaurant, but usually no. Hostesses do reservations. In the first position that I mentioned with a French cafe, they have position as a hostess and as a cashier, because they have a little store in all of their outlets. Usually hostess don't deal with cashiering. What is the bazaar about? Okay. Contact, how much does it cost? For those who joined us later on, we don't charge candidates. Collaboration with us is totally free for all the candidates. Conservative with requirements. Conservative with the requirements. Yeah, I can elaborate. Basically, what I mean is for hotels that are more conservative with requirements, means that they are looking for I'm having trouble putting that in words, because like if you compare hotels and restaurants, they are kind of like the same positions, but the requirements are somewhat different. Restaurants are more flexible, including their work with talents. So in restaurants, they are more interested usually to kind of like hire the team for the season, and then they can like lay off some stuff, and then they can hire again. So for them, the hiring process isn't, I wouldn't say it's not important. They also looking for like personalities. But in the restaurants, you are allowed, if I may say so, a little bit more of personality. So like some restaurants can accept applications or even encourage applications from candidates with tattoos or with very like charismatic personalities, where in the hotel the standards of the hotel are very important. So they are looking for candidates that would feel well within the system. So if for a restaurant you can come for an interview dressed in whatever you feel comfortable like, which is still business casual, let's say, or businessy, then for a hotel, when you go for an interview, you want to put on a shirt, like to be presentable as like you would in the hotel. So it's just like this little tweaks, but for hotels, they're always looking for long-term partnership, where restaurants sometimes are not so much. They're looking for, it's not like black and white, it's a lot of nuances here and there, but in the hotels, they're looking for people that are working good within a system, and sometimes very charismatic people, or people who are not professional enough, I could say, may not, like even during the interview you can feel that may not be the best fit for the hotels. So this is what I meant with conservative requirements. I already sent you my CV via WhatsApp. Guys, this is a good question, and this is also something that I wanted to stop on, how to apply. We receive, I want to say dozens, but usually it's hundreds applications within a week. And it's very hard to lose applications when they are coming from different sources, where people, come on, we have attention span and like hundreds of CVs applying. So this is why we encourage, and on each platform we ask you to please submit your application through the links that we provide for each position. When you apply through our website, through our career page, we are 100% sure that your application will not be missed, because it comes in a certain pipeline of a certain position where a manager that is responsible for that position sees it and reviews it. You may not get a reply, but you have to be sure that we received it for sure. And this way we definitely have you in our database, because if you send us your CV via WhatsApp or Telegram or email, we try to transfer all of that to our application tracking system. But sometimes we may forget, and this is in your interest, first of all, to submit your application, your CV through our website. This way, whenever we have a position, like you are a waiter, you're looking for a position as a waiter, you apply through our website. For example, you're not shortlisted for the position that we are hiring right now, but your application is in our database. And tomorrow, when we have another waiter position, we will filter your CV along with other waiters, and we will send out an email. Hey, we got new waiter position, would you like to apply? This is the way it works, and this is the best and most efficient way to apply with our company. You may follow up if you applied and you didn't get a feedback via WhatsApp or email or any other channel, but you just have to be sure that if you apply through our website, this is for sure, your application is considered and saved in our database. So I encourage you to do that. I do practice, but still get nervous. Jessica, I understand. I've been doing YouTube for on and off for years, and I still get nervous every time I get in front of a camera. You can definitely tell. My advice is always try not to pretend during the interview, and try not to think too hard about how you're supposed to answer or how you're supposed to behave. Try to behave natural to you, because most of, even like when I'm hiring to my team, the biggest, the rarest and the most appealing thing and the quality in a candidate, it's when they're genuine, when they are answering like they would to a friend. So try to interview. A lot of candidates take it as an exam. It's not an exam, it's a conversation. And if you treat it as a conversation, I understand that it's important, you want to get a job, and a lot may depend on it, but if you try to reframe it more as a conversation rather than exam you have to pass, maybe this will help to take a little pressure off. You can have an experience but not get shortlisted because you don't have a 5-star experience, but I think everyone deserves a chance. Well, it's debatable. Why? Because every company is looking for something different, and moreover, you are probably not going to be happy in every company. And the job of HR manager is to find a fit not only for their position, but also for the candidate, and our job as well. When we see candidates who apply for positions for companies that we know will not be staying with that company for long, we will not recommend you to apply, because we understand that company culture or the way they operate is not aligned with what you're looking for. So the same way candidates choose the companies that they will feel comfortable in, the same way companies choose candidates. Sometimes experience, especially for the hotels, may be a key point, but again, it's not an HR decision. It's probably somewhere on the top management level. They made this decision that they will only consider certain experienced people, and this is just how it is. We have to obey by that. But again, if your CV is done correctly, then more often than not, even if you don't have a necessary experience, you may get a chance at an interview. So there are a lot of things when it comes to hunting for a job that you may that do not depend on you, but there are things that do. Things that do not depend on you, and then there's things that do. English practice needed. So whatever, the world isn't a fair place. I would say you that much. But when we are saying that this is not fair, we are not doing anyone any favors, and moreover, it's not moving you anywhere. If you just sit and say okay, this is not fair and I'm gonna be offended, yeah, you can do that, but it's not gonna get you a job. So you have to be able to play by the rules the world playing is. Okay, this is philosophy. We are not going to go there. I was pre-interviewed but not shortlisted by employer. Again, as a recruitment company, we try to give more candidates chance to meet with employers. So everyone that on a high scale, on very broad requirements, matches their interest, we will submit. But then the client is always making the last call. So this is something that's not in our hands. And here, what I can say, just try again. Maybe the next employer will shortlist your application. Another thing also, while I'm on it, if you already had interview with our managers, usually you don't have to have another one. So if you were interviewed by our recruiters for one project, we save the notes and all the necessary information for the future. So next time we will just ask you whether you are interested in a position, and we'll submit your application right away without any further steps. So this way we will save your time, so you don't have to be pre-interviewed before every position. Okay, those are most of the questions that I found here on the screen. I also wanted to quickly go through the accommodation situation. How do you handle that if accommodation is not provided by employer. For some reason, I don't know if it's a trend or it's just a coincidence, lately quite a few employers that turn to us are providing housing allowance instead of accommodation. And for some candidates this becomes a deal breaker, like, oh my god, this is so difficult, I cannot move without accommodation. And while I understand that like secure accommodation may seem like a better deal, I also understand that there are some advantages to renting yourself, because when accommodation is provided, you pretty much have no say in what kind of accommodation you're going to be living in. And some accommodations are better, some are worse. You cannot choose who you're going to be living with. Yeah, you can sometimes switch, but there are not always this opportunity. So in this case, you have less flexibility. Plus, you cannot choose where to live. Sometimes companies rent accommodation far from work because they do provide transportation, but this is time that you're going to be spending on commute. Plus, maybe the area where accommodation is maybe not as fancy as you would like. So in this case, yes, you get the stability, but still there are some downsides to that, where if you are renting yourself, you can pretty much choose what budget you want to allocate for accommodation. People who, for example, want to save more may be okay with like maybe a little bit lower level of accommodation but saving more. People who want to like live in comfort may decide to spend more on accommodation and find the area where they want to live and not neighbors, roommates that they want to live with. And in this case, being most of the candidates that we know that are living in Dubai for multiple years, who's been working there, not their first contract, but like second, third, in the Middle East, even prefer to get a live-out allowance because they already know the city, they know where they want to live, what are perks of certain areas and stuff like that. And from this point of view, it may be even more convenient to rent yourself. In terms of the salaries, you also need to understand the budget for accommodation in Dubai. Ranges from 500 dirhams to 2,000 dirhams. So you can find accommodation anywhere in between this range. For girls, like for myself, if I would go, I would probably look for something in a range from like of 1,500 dirhams. But for guys who are going there to work and earn, probably even lower price would do. So this is up to you. If we're talking about areas like Al Barsha or Business Bay, which are kind of like closer to center, you can find accommodation there in between 1,200 and 2,000 dirhams. If you decide to live somewhere a little bit more far from the center, like in Bur Dubai or Deira, their accommodation could cost a little bit less. And when I'm saying accommodation, I first of all mean sharing, because when you apply to any position for line staff, employers provide you with sharing accommodation. What is sharing accommodation? Is where there is, let's say, a 3-bedroom apartment, and in each room there are 2 or 3 people living together. And this way you kind of have a bed space in a room. And what is good in Dubai, you can rent the same way. So you can rent a bed space in the room, or you can rent a single room, or you can rent the whole apartment. But this is up to you. But of course, the whole apartment will be costing you a lot more. So this is something that you will decide for yourself. But again, from 500 to 2,000 dirhams, you can find a bed space or even a single room sometimes to live in the area that you choose for yourself and with the people that you choose to live with. So this is something that I wanted to stop on before we move forward. Okay. I see that Jessica has another question. So I shouldn't apply for any job on your website because I have my CV in your database already. No. Not the right message. You will apply, but you don't have to go through the interview with our company again. So we will be sending your application, all the candidates that apply through our website are in our database. And then when we have another position that suits them, we will ask you first whether you're interested, or if you apply through our site again, we will see that you're interested in this position. And this way we just will send your application right away. But we will not be sending your application without confirmation with you. So we can reach out to you. This may take a little longer, or you can apply again through our website. But in this case, you just don't have to go through the interview process again with our company. We will just submit your application right away to the client. And then if you're shortlisted, we will schedule interview with them and move you forward. Hope I answered. Okay, I did terribly in terms of time that I wanted to do. I wanted to do it 30 minutes. If we kind of hit almost an hour soon, but I hope, guys, it was useful. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and I will get back to you on everything. If you are not subscribed yet to this channel, please do. I will be starting to again post videos on weekly basis in a few weeks, I hope. And here I usually share insider tips, I would say, about job hunting, about work in Dubai or in Middle East in general, and about how to pass interviews and everything that is connected to Dubai or to Gulf region in general. If you need me to speak on some specific topic, you can also mention that in comments. I'm always open to ideas for new videos, and I'll be happy to do a research if I don't know, and make a video on the topics that you guys are interested in. Thank you so much for being with me. I will save this this stream in this channel, so if you haven't been here with us, you can always check it out. And scene. Okay, guys, see you soon on this channel. Have a lovely evening. Bye bye. Now I just need to find out the button here to end the stream. Let's